Welcome to Crypto News and Investigative Reports, CNIR. We are here to educate the urban community on blockchain technology and cryptocurrency assets. Blockchain technology is disrupting our global monetary system. This is one of the greatest transfers of wealth in our lifetime. Don't miss this opportunity. Listen and gain knowledge. Here's our host, Frederick Roberts.
All right, welcome to Crypto News and Investigative Report. I'm glad that you're joining me. Just want to take an opportunity to share with you a couple of new articles that we have posted on the site. And I'll start by saying this today. You don't need to be a fortune teller as an investor. You don't need to be a fortune teller. You just need good information. You just need accurate information. You need truthful information. You don't need a lot of hype. What you need is accurate, truthful information in order to help you make the right investments. And that's in anything, including virtual currencies. Virtual currencies just happen to be, at this particular time, we're living in the greatest wealth transfer of human history right now, where the blockchain technology has disrupted the regular fiat currencies and the global monetary system so bad until now banks and other financial institutions globally are being challenged with a decision to become digitalized, as well as making every other industry, every financial industry, they're having to deal with tokenization and all of these things that are transpiring because of blockchain technology, because of virtual reality and artificial intelligence. And that's what this channel, that's what Crypto News and Investigative Reports is all about. So I want to take an opportunity to talk to you about a couple of articles that we just have recently posted. The first one is right here. This article is the escalation of Ethereum 2.0 platform, because a lot of the ECR20 tokens are moving quite rapidly. Ethereum is being really promoted around the world. I'll take a minute and go through that, the Ethereum article. And also another article that we've posted recently is the custody of digital assets and how to treat this new class of value, simply because those of us that's been in this ecosystem for a while, we have been waiting for financial investors and other investment firms to move into this area. When we saw Fidelity and Bakkt and a couple other those financial institutions come into the digital asset ecosystem, we were those of us that have been around for a while and investing in this were really excited, and we thought that the financial institutions would even have had a greater position even up until now. And we don't see that. And one of the primary reasons for that is because of regulations and rules and guidelines. And another thing is custody, the security, the safekeeping of digital assets. So we want to talk about that a little bit too. So let's start with the escalation of Ethereum. You would just go to our site, you would click, the articles would load, and the escalation of the Ethereum 2.0 platform. It's a very good article. I won't read it. I'd like for you to stop by our website and read it, but it talks about sharding. It talks about the Ethereum 2.0 that is going to be coming out by mid 2020, maybe by the middle end, more like the fourth quarter of the year. So yeah, the article is called The Escalation of Ethereum 2.0 Platform. We give you an introduction here, and then we give you a little history back in about 2014 when Ethereum launched on the Ether. We also give you even kind of what we anticipate they're going to be doing in the future. I'll just read a little bit of it. I can't talk about it without reading some of it, but I'll read this part of it. Efforts are being made with the development of Ethereum 2.0 to increase scalability and achieve mass adoption. That's extremely important, because mass adoption for any virtual currency would be mass adoption for quite a few. It's all good. To achieve this, the team embarked on a process known as sharding, which they believe is the answer to the network's scalability problem. Off-chain solutions such as plasma chains and state channels might be employed to I'm sorry, offload the main network for further increased scalability. And this is kind of a situation that a lot of virtual currencies are running into, scalability. I'll read a little bit more. The Ethereum 2.0 implementation is scheduled for the summer of 2020 and might extend to another year or two until three phases are procured. Part of the Ethereum 2.0 implementation includes transferring Ethereum from the proof of work status to a proof of stake consensus. Since inception, Ethereum has operated on the proof of work consensus. The development team is moving the Ethereum data to a proof of stake consensus because it is believed to be more energy efficient than the proof of work. Very, very important part about the matriculation of the Ethereum 2.0 implementation process. So you want to take an opportunity to go by and read that and read this article. Part of what we do here at Crypto News and Investigative Report, we try to educate the public. And so some of our articles are specifically to help educate you regarding a lot of what we say. This was written by E. Jones, Emily, for the Crypto News and Investigative Report staff writing. We really appreciate, give a shout out to E. Jones for that article. And you know what you do, you just click back. Oh, as a matter of fact, you didn't have to do it, but you can click and we'll go to our other article that's been posted, and it is custody of digital assets. Now, this is what we were discussing regarding larger financial institutions coming in and bringing their finance into the digital asset ecospace. One of the more important things before they can do that is regulations, including domestic regulations and global regulations. There are a few bills sitting before the Senate and the Congress right now, waiting to be passed in order to procure custody, get some type of some type of regulation on custody. One of the things that some of the larger players don't want to happen is, hypothetically, they take something like your pension fund and they take an employee pension fund and invest it in a digital currency and lose their money. Would not be good for the investment of the pension fund. So custody issues take care of things like that for your large investors. But anyway, if you get the opportunity, please go by our website and read the Custody of Digital Assets, How to Treat the New Class of Value. This is an excellent article. We give you an introduction here, and it almost reads like an outline, but like I mentioned previously, one of our things we want to do here at CNIR is educate you. And so this is kind of written in that kind of a form. I did it. I had never really did a rabbit hole research deep dive into custody. And so now becoming an author of articles like this and writing articles and researching articles for this site, I'm starting to learn a lot more. I'm not ashamed to say that. So hot storage, if you don't know what that is, you definitely want to go by and read what is hot storage. You want to go by read what is cold storage and the difference between hot storage and cold storage. Then we also get into collateralization. I remember I was at a conference in the Silicon Valley in Santa Clara County last year, and I talked to an attorney regarding collateralization of stocks and bonds and securities. So a lot of what he says, I kind of implemented into this particular article. Here's another thing that needs to be discussed and that you need to know about is derivatives. How important is derivatives? That's an important thing. And I wrote this article. So you want to go back and learn what you can about custody. I think custody is extremely important. And like I said on the onset, you don't need to be a fortune teller in a virtual currency. You don't need somebody to talk past what you already know. You're not, what you want to do is you want to get good information, accurate information, and truthful information. Not a lot of hype. You don't need that. What you need is accurate information, truthful information, and that is our objective here at Crypto News and Investigative Reports. And then again, let me see, we can go back. We even have, I think I already talked about this particular article in our previous video, but sometimes it pays redundancy as a form of learning for some. And it's important to understand that banks are going to be building private blockchains to keep people out of them. They're not going to be working on decentralized exchanges and things like that. They're going to be building their own private blockchains to keep their information private. So this is going to be a great article that you might be interested in. You might want to go back and read about private blockchains and the cost and risk. You might want to go back and read about private blockchain governance. And this was also written by me and another one of, actually, I'm sorry, this was an op-ed written by Cherie Edwards. Shout out to Cherie on that. All right. So once again, this is Crypto News and Investigative Reports. We're glad that you've stopped by. Please share, tweet. We're everywhere. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on YouTube. And of course, you can follow us on Facebook. We are everywhere. Crypto News and Investigative Reports. We do a lot of our articles and a lot of our information is on our Facebook page. We did an exclusive recording at Crypto Underground in San Francisco regarding understanding the proof of stake. We put some of it is on YouTube, so you get a chance to go to our Facebook page and click. And another thing we did was we had an exclusive interview with Pundy's POS device that accepts all type of cryptocurrencies. Coming soon, mass adoption. You might want to go back and look at that on YouTube as well. And there's a few other things that are going on.
Hey Vanessa, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm watching Crypto News and Investigative Reports. You should be too.